Every piece of evidence tells a story. We just have to listen.
We've got multiple casings here.
Looks like 9mm. And a partial print on this bag.
I didn't mean to do it. She just kept screaming, so I had to go. In a town shrouded in silence, the truth screams the loudest.
Tracy, California is a town of just under 100,000 people. In March 2009, this community became the center of a massive search when 8-year-old Sandra Cantu vanished while walking home from school inside her mobile home park. This graph tracks an abducted child's survival probability, which drops immediately after 3 hours. The FBI rapidly deployed to race this curve, but Sandra was missing 16 hours. With 97% of children already murdered at this stage, they fought for the remaining 3%. To navigate these odds, the FBI relies on behavioral profiles. These blueprints use decades of data to filter thousands of residents into a manageable pool of high-probability suspects. The baseline profile for a child abduction points toward adult males. Investigators focus on local men with prior offenses, or strangers who might have used the nearby interstate for a quick exit. Police applied this filter to the outer edges of the community first. They tracked an unfamiliar ice cream truck driver seen talking to children near Sandra's home on the afternoon she disappeared. When those initial leads went cold, the investigative focus shifted inward to men living inside the mobile home park. This included a neighbor who had inappropriately kissed Sandra at the community pool and a family possessing questionable photographs of neighborhood children. Every one of these men fit the behavioral warning signs. Yet as each suspect was brought in, their alibis held up. Every male person of interest passed a polygraph test, clearing them of any involvement. The primary suspect pool had evaporated. The statistical blueprint that usually guides these cases was proving incompatible with the reality of Sandra's disappearance. As the leads on local men dried up, a new narrative began to take shape around Melissa Huckabee. She was a Sunday school teacher, the granddaughter of a pastor, and mother of Sandra's best friend. Huckabee proactively contacted police to report that her own large suitcase had been stolen from her driveway at the exact time Sandra went missing. During a community vigil, Huckabee approached agents again, claiming to have found a handwritten note on the grass. It contained specific misspellings and a direct instruction. Cantu is in stolen luggage in water at the Patet and Whitehall, sign witness. These erratic interventions forced investigators to look past the mass-centric profile. They were now looking at a female community leader who had repeatedly positioned herself as a key source of information. Following the directions in the note, workers at a dairy farm spotted a suitcase floating in an irrigation pond. Inside, investigators found Sandra's body. Forensic analysis showed Sandra had been sedated with a powerful benzodiazepine, smothered to death, and then assaulted with a foreign object. But the most significant detail was found after the murder. The killer had painstakingly redressed Sandra in the clothes she was wearing when she vanished. This post-mortem behavior indicates feelings of remorse and a personal connection. Investigators now had proof they were looking for someone who knew Sandra well. Forensic teams searching Huckabee's bedroom found a notebook. By using an alternate light source, they uncovered indented writing on a blank page that matched the misspelled words from the note found at the vigil. Physical evidence at Huckabee's church further solidified the link. A window blind was missing a piece of cord that matched the string on the suitcase, and a metal rolling pin in the kitchen contained Sandra's DNA. Shortly after a suicide attempt and a brief hospital stay, Huckabee invited Sandra's older sister to her home for a playdate. Detectives intervened to secure the sister and brought Huckabee in for questioning. After 5 hours of interrogation, she offered a partial confession, claiming the death was an accident during a game of hide-and-seek. The irrefutable physical evidence had finally bypassed the flaws of the initial profile, leading directly to Huckabee's arrest. This case represents a significant statistical anomaly. Female child killers account for less than 10% of all murders, making this type of offender extremely difficult to identify using standard models. Profilers point to the hero-mom complex. This involves an offender manufacturing a deadly crisis so they can insert themselves as the central, tragic figure in the aftermath. Investigators believe Huckabee murdered Sandra to create a local emergency. By providing information and finding the note, she could act as a hero for the community and secure their sympathy. Huckabee accepted a plea deal to avoid the death penalty and is now serving life without parole. To this day, she has provided no further explanation for her actions. While statistical profiles are vital tools, this case demonstrates that data cannot always account for a predator who uses the camouflage of motherhood to hide in plain sight.